Me mo bi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. It's here for there is a story trending quite interesting and I'm here said Dabi memfa embram betuja na yesi IMF omo raise concern IMF wa sha say wo raise concern say ohwe eka anasisi a senia nkrofo eba IMF fo eso say wo mboa wo a it is very very worrying na nini nemu no mo ahwe mu ehu say bosiabo na akose saa de ni na okay Ghana so ye nim say ye de kotosre to IMF wo nim say omomboa yen and all that it is omo kasa say ya is it that indirectly no omo kasa ti Ghana na say the yen story no My Joy Online and I reported a story we now ohwe IMF for a year penny Kristalina Georgieva wono no boho no we see International Monetary Fund has raised concerns over a potential wave of debt restructuring requests and its handling at a time current restructuring cases are facing costly delays, adding Zambia being the most recent example. As according to its managing director, Kristalina Georgieva, about 15% of low-income countries are already in debt distress, and another 45% face high debt vulnerabilities. As Ghana is one of those countries and is presently seeking an IMF support program, but facing a hurdle to secure agreement with its bilateral creditors for a debt restructuring. Speaking ahead of the IMF/World Bank spring meetings, Madam Georgieva said about a quarter of emerging economies, including Ghana, are at high risk and facing default-like borrowing spreads. She therefore made a passionate appeal to richer countries to support weaker countries. Also, yet for the weakest members of our global family, additional support from wealthier countries is essential. I would like to make a double plea on their behalf. Help them handle the burden of debt, which was made so much harder by the shocks of the past years. And secondly, help ensure the IMF continues to be in position to support them in the years ahead. And I say, IMF for no cry no mo cry hiambwa. Easy. IMF na yede kotosiri akwakọ tino omonim akwakọ jide omonim so omombo aye no se omokra mu hia mboa amote masa omo he de ekoso a we de omo sre amanaman a wo mo sika amanaman a wo mo soso no America ne China ne Russia for no we de omo sre mumra mbeboa the weak countries to say Ghana for na first mo bo mo wi secondly yen IMF for na kasanso mombo aye enfa yen ento eye position bi a ye betumi supporting crowd because once the internet there is a musician, okay, 50 cents when you're 50 cents, okay, in collaboration with the author of the book 48 Laws of Power, okay, Robert Greene, on in the true book book no mo friend no 50 Laws of Power. 50 cents ne Robert Greene in a troyo 50 Laws of Power. Na asemwa 50 cents de bia yo kan say o say nipa won make sure say o boa wo bia know your limits. O limits a wo de boa wo bi because say unim dware swimming unim dware a ye betra say wo bi air drowning na wo kwa ko save nipa kro na hwe yie. Because one here, nipa kro na wo no drowning na wo kwa akọ save no. One here wo no opre ne hu ni nti no. Wo be pia wo ahyem na wo momo drowning na onu mo wepie. And mekai emra na me wo primary. Me teacher bi sa Friday school oba betre ya de. Ye ba next Monday na ye si teacher no nsu afa no wewu. Aden a ye se wo ko beach e na nsu airfo bi e na onu ko save nipa kro no. Ena nipa ko no mu mpia ne hyemu na nipa ko ne ba na onu wuye. Enti no IMF no ha position a wo mo take na no. Se wo boa wo bi a yesa wo boa nipa na so hwe ne yie because one he ne yie nipa ko na wo boa no ɔno mo ebe drown ne na ɔno mo abasro na wo mo no okɔ nti IMF fo ekoto sira wo mo de ba no no I say to help resolve this issue the IMF the World Bank and India as G20 chair recently put in place a global sovereign debt roundtable. It brought together public and private creditors as well as borrowers to help reach consensus on standards and processes so it can speed up restructuring cases, including those under the G20's common framework. Kristalina Georgieva said, we have increased our interest-free lending more than fourfold to $24 billion since the beginning of the pandemic. So now, we are urgently calling on our wealthier members to help address fundraising shortfalls in our poverty reduction and growth trust. According to her, this is critical to ensure that IMF can continue to provide vital support and help catalyze financing from others. I say it is now more important than ever to step up cooperation to strengthen the ropes that tie us together on this issue and the full range of economic challenges we face. Only then we can climb these hills together, she added. See, IMF provides $300 million in new financing for 96 countries. Also, the IMF has so far provided nearly 300 billion in new finance. Okay, billion or million. 300 billion new financing for 39 countries since the start of COVID-19 pandemic. The historic SDR allocation of 650 billion helped to boost member countries' reserve. Madam Georgieva said, our precautionary facilities provide an additional buffer to countries with strong economic fundamentals. Most recently, we provided one for Morocco. Also, through innovations in our toolkit, including the food shock window and the resilience and sustainability trust, we are helping our members meet new challenges. We have also stepped up support for vulnerable middle-income countries, including through a temporal increase in the amount members can borrow from the IMF. And we have provided new financing to countries such as Sri Lanka and Ukraine, she explained. She added, this is precisely what the fund is here to do, be a source of stability in turbulent times. You know, IMF in some way, they are concerned. They are concerned because senior air kono say ya hwe ne ye a omokra ho betro mo. Mo share wa comment box mo tie for. But that's it.